What's happening? Not that you're going to be shocked by anything today, but anyway, it's Labor Day weekend. No kids' sports for a change. Sitting around bored, didn't have anything else to do. So I decided to go ahead and take the front end out of the car. And then, man, this thing just keeps getting better. And the reveal of everything on the full restoration. The A-arm mounts are junk, obviously, but here's the frame. You can see where Jason just painted over the rust that was already there and didn't actually fix anything. So anyway, we got a lot of work to do, but you're starting to see why I decided I was just going to go ahead and pull this thing down and take it and get it acid dipped so that we can just start from a good base. No sense in getting the motor rebuilt, making it nicer, and doing all the stuff that goes with that, and putting it back in a car that's not worthy of it. So anyway, I got the front end apart, and man, that was a booger and a half. I'd say the most interesting thing was the Marlboro cigarette butt that was wedged between the steering gear and the K member, which was kind of interesting. Clearly, I don't know, maybe somebody's smoking on the line and wasn't supposed to be or something and needed to find a place to dump it. No idea. Just unbolted the steering gear and went to pull the thing out, and cigarette butt fell out from behind it. So still in one piece, just smashed. So that was interesting. Anyway, I mean, you can the whole front of the car here. I mean, the good news is everything's here, and I can still do everything I need to do. Justin from Finer Details came over, and we looked at everything. We're getting a game plan together for metal, but check out the brakes on the fully restored car. The steering gear, the A-frame. I'm sorry, the A-arm, not the A-frame. All the little bracketry and backing plates. Look at those shocks from my fully restored car. I think it was probably going to ride like a champ, you know what I mean? So, anyway, steering box leaked, as what I'm understanding most of these things do. So, it's caught all the dirt and grime and everything else that comes with it. But, yeah, so the cool part was when I took this side apart. Oddly enough, the side that had never been taken apart was easier to take apart than the side that had. So this side over here, Dingling had put some new brake pads in there at some point, but do you notice how much hardware is not there compared to what was on the other side? Look at all these springs and everything that this little guy here, I don't know what it's called, but it spaces out the bottom of the brake pads when they're in there. Look at all that extra hardware. Let me rephrase that. It's not extra hardware. That's the hardware required to put it together. And this side's missing most of it, but it was back together, fully restored. Hey, we did get new pads though, so I guess I'll keep those for when we put the thing back together. But backing plates. So anyway, making progress here. I can get all this stuff cleaned up and sandblasted. Okay, I know paint's probably the right thing to do and what most people do in this case, but I'm trying to put this thing back together to be, it's going to be nicer than I originally wanted it to be now, because we're going to have to fix so much stuff on the body, and, I'm not going to throw good money at bad, so we're going to do it right. It's probably going to be a much nicer car than I was originally thinking, but I'm also going to get this stuff sandblasted and powder coated and cleaned up, because I think the powder will last longer. It'll be more durable and hold up. So hopefully this doesn't have to be done again for a long time. So anyway, show you some stuff. And the sun blasted you in the face there, but This lower rail here, this is the one Justin's most worried about. So water runs down that driver's side rail, down and out the back. There's the other side that hadn't been fixed. The passenger side isn't awful. You can see the line where Dingleberry painted to try and make it look like he did something. But this side isn't terrible, but my understanding is the passenger side of these cars really stay nicer than the driver's side for whatever reason. I don't know. That's just what I've been learning as I talk to folks about these cars. But the right side, our passenger side also, you know, this side looks much better where the door jamb and everything is anyway. You can see this. I don't know if this was an attempt to try to like make it look like the undercoat or what, but it's just got this thick, nasty garbage on it that the idiot put on there. That's the other reason we're going to acid dipped. I just, yeah, you can see there is one hole in the frame on this side. I think that's completely repairable. All this stuff is pretty steady and sturdy compared to the other side. You know, there's just a little bit of stuff down in here compared to the other side. That was just caked full of garbage, and where the A-arm mounts up is still solid, and those bolts came out pretty easy. The other side literally had the or those they're offset washers, so they must be adjustment washers or something. I don't know. I'm not well versed in these cars, as I've told you before, but they were literally like rusted to the bolt, which was rusted to the A-arm, and you know, one of them snapped off, and the other side was the bracket had rusted out, so it wasn't even in there to begin with. But so anyway, there's a little update on the front end. My son's been in here trying to get some of that pig mat out, or whatever, that fat mat. Pig mat's a wheel drive, but anyway, so trying to take the rest of the interior apart. It's mostly out. The dash is mostly out. I gotta get that parking brake assembly or whatever that is over there. The bolts disappear into the side of the cowl there, so I gotta figure out how that comes apart. But I got a little bit of time. So there's the place here in Indy. We're gonna take this and get it acid dipped and get it cleaned up, and the rust eater and all that stuff, and then get it neutralized and primed to save the metal, and then get ready to start cutting things off and fixing it. So their large acid dip tank is down at the moment, so he said it'll be later this fall before we're going to be able to do that. So I'm just working on a little bit at a time as I have time, and you know, hope I'm ready to go when he says he's ready to go. So anyway, there's my update for today. Thanks a lot.